So I'm standing outside the shade house, and there are a lot of mango trees in this area. There are mango trees for a few different reasons. Of course, I'm always trying to find new places to put mango trees, but I put mango trees on 3 sides of the shade house for another reason, and that is to hopefully break the wind a little bit when we have hurricanes. Of course, trees get damaged, but hopefully they would be able to lessen the impact of the wind for the shade house. So this is mostly mangoes. Right here is a black sapote. But this tree right here is interesting to me. I like the shape of the tree. I like the growth habit. It seems to be very small for the number of leaves it has, a very compact grower. So I'm not sure if it's a seedling or a grafted tree, but in either case, it's most likely going to be a new variety. So the problem is I want to try the fruit, but I also want it to be productive until the base tree produces fruit. So I'd like to show you another tree that has given me an idea on how to trim this tree. So here's the tree I wanted to show you. This is actually a grafted tree. It is producing a lot of fruit. There are 30 fruit on this tree, and we've already picked a few fruit off. But notice one thing about where the fruit is on this tree. All of the fruit is on the lower half of the tree, and it's coming out of the lateral branches. The branches that are more horizontal seem to produce fruit. So I'm going to use this tendency in mango trees to trim that other tree. So here we are back at the tree, and what I want to do with my fairly recently acquired new chainsaw, this one's battery powered, which I like so much better than the gas powered, except for when you run out of charge. It's not as easy as the gas powered as far as just pouring in the more fuel. But anyway, we're back here, and my strategy now is to cut the most major vertical branches out of this tree. So that's what the chainsaw is for. So it's a fairly significant part of the tree. I think that's all I'm going to use the chainsaw for. So most of the rest of the tree, I'm just going to use my hand pruners on, because basically I want this part, the lower part of the tree, to not be inspired to grow very quickly, to rebound from those cuts. I want to cut them back a little bit because this tree has gotten fairly wide, but I'm just going to make lots of minor trims, so hopefully next year we get fruit. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm trimming. Trying to keep it, like a little bit more than pencil thickness or less. Just the latest flushes of growth. So it's going to be a whole lot of little cuts. The goal is to hopefully get fruit on this tree next year. So I'm going to get a handsaw to make some cuts on these little, what remains of upright branches. And that will be about it, besides the waiting part. So Here we are back at one of my project trees. It's almost been 3 months and things have changed here. Of course, the tree has grown. I cut it way back, and a lot of this is new growth. And fortunately, the middle part of the tree was cut way back and had a lot of nice sprouts. So early on, as soon as one of those sprouts was ready to graft onto, I grafted fruit punch. And more recently, I have put some more grafts on the tree. So let's take a look. So on this side of the tree, we get a clear view of grafts and certainly the growth that has taken place from this area that I cut way back. Recently, I put a few grafts on here. Even though they don't look really green, I think that they are still viable. It's just a little sooty mold on some of them. So we have these new grafts, hopefully they take. And then I grafted on one of the first shoots to emerge back here. And right here we have this successful scion with some growth coming out of that. So what I am grafting onto this part of the tree is fruit punch. And fruit punch is just a very popular variety, and we don't ever seem to have enough of it. So I thought, as long as there's this opportunity to graft something, I might as well graft fruit punch and have another area that produces this particular variety. So I'm guessing that we will have our first fruit punch in this location in 2024. In the meantime, I'm hoping that maybe next year we actually get fruit from this seedling, and so we can try that and see if it's something we want to keep and propagate, or if we want to convert this entire tree to fruit punch.